Best tips for falling asleep quickly, the best tips for sleeping easily and naturally. How to fall asleep quickly. In this video, we will share the best tips for falling asleep quickly. And if you have trouble getting to fall asleep quickly and want to better understand the reasons, so you are at the right place at the right time. Also, if you have trouble falling asleep quickly, know that you are not the only one. Fortunately, there are several solutions that you can try in order to fall asleep quickly. In fact, everyone will agree that the more we sleep quickly, the better. It's always more sleep time. But make sure to fall asleep quickly, easily and naturally. It gets ready. So we decided to give you the best tips for falling asleep easily when the time comes. Here are 7 tips that will help you fall asleep quickly. 1. Keep your room in the dark. Sift the lights an hour before going to bed and turn off all the lights, all the night lights and all the lamps when you go to sleep. Any bright light, not just electronic displays, can trick your body into believing it's still too early to go to sleep. If you want to read or write before going to bed, use a small reading light rather than a desk lamp or a ceiling light. A bluish light can keep you awake, hence the importance of a bulb that diffuses a warm light. The bulbs that emit a red light are perfect. If you have a lighted watch, reduce the brightness of the screen and move it away from the bed so you are not tempted to watch the time. 2. Minimize distractions. Try to minimize the noise that can be heard in the room. If you have an old grandmother's clock that ticks loudly every second and rings every hour and a half making a loud din, sell it, give it away, throw it away, and buy a modern alarm clock which only makes noise to wake you up. If you live with other people, ask them to turn down the volume of their television, computer, music, when you want to sleep. 3. Refresh your room. Decreasing body temperature stimulates sleep, so lower your thermostat. A temperature between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius is ideal. It must be cooler than normal, but not too much to make you flicker. 4. Avoid some excitants at the end of the day. In line with what we have just seen, there are those whom coffee prevents from sleeping, and there are others who have no problem. But even though we know that everyone's sensitivity to caffeine varies, many people do not know that once you're asleep, caffeine continues to impact the quality of your sleep. To find sleep quickly and naturally, avoid caffeine in any case. And all other forms of excitement, theine is actually the same molecule as caffeine. Prefer a good little tea. Forget nicotine and vitamin C in the evening. And as the caffeine remains active 5 to 6 hours in the body, it's actually half-life, we must stop the coffee 5 hours before going to sleep. It is important to mention that its effects are cumulative. It is advisable not to consume more than 3 cups of coffee a day. 5. Do not exercise before going to bed. Sport and its benefits for sleep are known to many. We often hear about a good fatigue that is good for sleep. Yes, but be careful. Sport can become disruptive to falling asleep if it is practiced too late at night. And this is sometimes the case because of our calendar availability, training schedules or competition. The sport is awakening for 2 reasons. It increases your internal temperature, your sweating is there to prove it, which stimulates your awakening. It is important to remind you that the body needs to lower its temperature to fall asleep. Also usually added a stress phenomenon, positive, mental stimulation to be effective. And we must evacuate these 2 factors to find sleep quickly. Doing sports during the day is very good, but be careful with the schedule to keep you asleep. To be avoided in about 2 hours before bedtime. A 2005 study showed that the most positive effects on sleep occur after physical exercise between 4 and 8 a.m. before bedtime. 6. Set up a sleep ritual. In order to allow you to disable your awakening centers more easily, and thus to find sleep easily once in bed, it is advisable to set up a sleep ritual. It is the same logic that young parents apply for their young children. Reading a story or singing a song, for example, allows the child to have a quiet time that helps to disable his centers of enlightenment. On the other hand, the future sleeper is in known field. He enjoys a mental conditioning that encourages him to prepare for sleep by relaxing. 7. Maintain regular sleep schedules. If the train of sleep follows an ultradian rhythm, our biological clock is set to a circadian rhythm of about a day. And the sleep-wake rhythm that it coordinates is not out of exception. As an experienced sleeper, you probably already noticed it. And even though our biological clock is not the only factor to consider in our sleep needs, this is an important point. In addition, our clock is struggling to change time. It prefers regularity. It is said that it is quite rigid. So, by maintaining regular bedtime and sunrise hours, you will be able to sleep more easily. It will be easy to take the same train of sleep every night. Any sleeper will tell you, finding sleep is a must to start a good night's sleep. Even if we do it every night unconsciously, more or less easily, finding sleep is not always an innocuous act. Many people want to sleep quickly without help, without sleeping pills. If you have arrived here, you now know how to best organize your day to sleep quickly, easily and especially naturally. And if you have special questions about how to fall asleep quickly, leave a comment below. We really hope you got some value from this video. Please like it, leave a comment below, and share it with your friends. Also, if you are new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and activate the notification bell so that you won't miss our next videos. Thank you.